Race 9 starters are lining up in behind that Metro Home Building Center starting gate for the Mary Jane Arsenault Memorial Pace. Family and friends will be trackside with the winner. Let's send it upstairs for the call to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Ashes to Ashes. Nanny Bernice. Tradition. J.J. Patrick, top of the stretch. Oh, one little girl taking on four big boys. Ninth race. Post time. The rough and pacing looks like a program start right off the hop. Rockin' Sock'em Scott will lead him out. Ashes to Ashes is second. Nanny Bernice third. Fourth as they move round the turn, Tradition. And the trailer, that is J.J. Patrick. So Rock'em Sock'em Scott for Gerard Kennedy. Here comes Nanny Bernice to pick him off on the outside. Going after the leader here in the early going as they race over to the opening quarter. Nanny Bernice takes over the lead for Kenny Murphy. Second is Rockin' Sock'em Scott, racing from third. Ashes to Ashes. Fourth towards the inside, that is Tradition. And J.J. Patrick trails off at 29. Second flat opening quarter. Nanny Bernice, the filly, leads them down the stretch for time one. Rock'em Sock'em Scott goes second. That's Ashes to Ashes third. Here comes Tradition to the outside fourth. J.J. Patrick will follow out fifth. At the midway point, Nanny Bernice halfway home. Here's Tradition up to challenge 58 and 2 the half. Third at the rail, Rockin' Sock'em Scott racing fourth on the outside. J.J. Patrick, and at the rail, that's Ashes to Ashes now fifth. Up the backstretch, second and final time. Here comes the three quarters. Nanny Bernice will get him there. From the outside, Tradition hangs second. Third in the pocket, Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Then in fourth on the outside is J.J. Patrick. Ashes to Ashes fifth. Three quarters up in one. 27 flat. 28 and 3 in the third. Nanny Bernice trying to close it out. Tradition on the outside, grinding away. Third at the rail, Rock'em Sock'em Scott. Deep stretch now. Tradition up on the outside. Nanny Bernice. Wow. The pair of them, they land on the wire right together. Picture time. Time for the mile. 1:55.4.
Okay, that is a really tight finish here in race 9. It was the Mary Jane Arsenault Memorial, and Nanny Bernice, as we thought, would be driven aggressively here by Kenny Murphy. They got to the front, but what a tight finish here with Tradition.
Yeah, the filly brushed to the top of the quarter, 29 seconds, 58 and 2. Here comes the pressure from Tradition, who's fresh off the bench, and a big, big qualifier for Adam Murner and Gordon Hennessy. 28 and 3 pressured, and it's hard, intense pressure through three quarters. 127 down to the wire. They are noses apart. Nanny Bernice and Tradition on the outside. Those two together, and it's the 4 Tradition nipping Nanny Bernice. It's 4, 3, 1. Rock'em Sock'em Scott finishing third. Tradition gets up.
There's Tradition arriving at the ninth race winner's circle. Bay Pacing Gelding, the 5-year-old son of Always Be Mickey. Off the Real Artist Dam. Live Entertainment. Owned by Giselle Bernard of Bethel and Lori Hennessy of Charlottetown. Bred by Diamond Creek Farm. Trained by Gordy Hennessy. Adam Murners to the winner's circle for the third time tonight for the driving triple. The mile 155 and 4. Tradition to triple up Murner. In the ninth, at trackside, the Mary Jane Arsenault Memorial Cooler presentation.